All right, welcome everyone to this presentation. This is an intro to Claude Code, or how I use it at work. So why use Claude Code? Well, Claude Code is a force multiplier and it can help you solve problems. For example, a few months ago, I was playing an online trading card game called Magic Arena. And this game is, half of the game is building decks and half of the game is playing against other users. So I wanted to export my list so I could look at it outside of the program, but this is not possible within the program. I did some research and found out that there are some companion apps that cost like 20 bucks a month for serious players, and you can track your stats and everything, but I really just wanted to export my cards. It turns out the plugin works by analyzing the log files from the program, and this is explicitly supported by the publishers of Arena. So I already had Claude connected to a Magic card database, so I took the log file from Arena, dumped it into Claude, and Claude was able to reverse engineer the log format. Took a few tries, but eventually was able to write a deterministic, self-contained HTML application that takes a log file, extracts the card IDs, looks them up on Scryfall, and generates a CSV report. So Claude basically paid for itself that month. Now I'm going to demo a more realistic workflow. I'm going to take an existing project, the Acme Corp marketing page, and we're going to implement a feature. So we're just going to add a dark mode toggle button. All right, let's jump into that. All right, now here's the project we're working on. It's the marketing site for Acme Corp. Looks like this. First, let's take a look at the Claude.md file. Claude.md is a markdown file that lives in the root of the project. It's loaded by Claude every time you open the project. It tells Claude what the project is. It tells it what technologies to use and other guidelines like the brown color scheme for the website, where things are located so it can find things more easily, and other constraints. Now let's look at the feature we're going to implement. Here's the feature specification. What we're doing is adding a dark mode toggle to the website. And here are some of the acceptance criteria. It must meet accessibility guidelines, and here's some of the things, like we're going to use a sun moon icon and just going to be a smooth transition. Let's jump into Claude Code. I've got the project here, so let's just say please read features dark mode toggle and create a plan to implement this feature. All right, it's loading the skill that I have installed, the writing plans skill. All right, it found the feature spec file. All right, it's done investigating the code base, and it's now going to write the plan. All right, it's come back with the plan. It's going to modify index.html. It's going to use the dark mode logo that I put in there. It's going to enable Tailwind dark mode using the existing strategy. It's going to add the dark mode toggle button. Alright, it's going to add a moon and a sun icon. And then it's telling me that I'll have to verify the behavior after it's done. Let's go ahead and verify this plan. We're on main, and my global instructions say not to implement on main without explicit consent. Let's just edit directly on main. Alright, cool. It's done most of the code changes. Now it just has to go through every section of the page and add dark mode support. Alright, it's kicked it back to me. It's told me to take a look. Let's see. Nice. Okay, and it remembers my choice. Nice. Great. Now I'm just going to run the commit skill now that we're done with the work. Done. During the demo, we covered CLAUDE.md, implementing a new feature from a spec, and using existing skills. We did not cover fixing Claude's mistakes, reviewing code, test-driven development, discussing plans or strategies with Claude, writing your own Claude skills, or connecting Claude to services. Alright guys, thanks for your attention. Don't forget to like and subscribe.